Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. This is Yetta Pearl, and this is your general angel reading for the week of December 6th through 12th of 2021. So, wow, those cards came out quickly. All right, we'll see if the rest come out quickly too. How have you been doing? We are, well into December now for this week's reading. I'm actually doing the reading on December 1st, but when I ask for the energy for the week of December 6th through 12th, then that's what they give me, right? And so even if you listen to it now, you will find probably that there are parts of this that apply right now, but it's mainly for next week. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. This looks good. Okay, so it looks like you've been having some blocks in your energy, in your forward movement, things like that. Feels like, a little frustrating. You're trying to do this, you're trying to get this done, and that keeps happening, and that keeps happening, and the other thing, and oh my gosh, like, can they just not do their job and let me do mine? That's kind of the whole energy of it, the flavor of it. To release those blocks, do some creative writing. So, it could be in your journal. It could be, if you are actually a writer, you can work on your project, your thing. If you're not working on anything right now and it doesn't feel appropriate to go in your journal, just get out a piece of paper and a pen or even a computer. But they do show that a pen and paper is more, creative than a computer is. Same words. So, but that's what they show. So, just sit and make something up. Use your imagination. Get lost in that. Have fun with it. Make some character do crazy things, or give them orange hair, and all that kind of stuff. Just make something up. Like, use your imagination, use your creativity, and be goofy with it. And just see what comes up. See who you create, see who you invent, and what kind of person that is, and what kind of situation. You may not have a person at all. You may have animals, or you may have other creatures, imaginary creatures. What is it? What's in your creative writing? And just let yourself flow with that and enjoy it. Like, it makes me laugh. I just want to laugh. So it's a thing that gets you out of your current day situation or something, gets you flowing again, so that that those daily frustration things are just kind of not that big of a deal, because you have this world you can go to, right? It's really a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal, or pen an article, or book. Yeah. And that's Archangel Gabriel. So Gabriel is the angel of communication. And so, of course, writing anything, telling stories, any of that is all communication in different ways. So, but have fun with it. Have fun with it. Okay, so time management. It also feels like, this is part of that same frustration, that you're depending on other people to do their part, kind of, and when they don't, it messes up the whole schedule. And some of this feels work related, some of this doesn't. It feels, like just, that's the whole feeling I'm getting from this. Just that frustration, but knowing that it doesn't do any good to react, because we've been here before. That's, yeah, you're sitting there going, oh, trust me, I know. I know what you're talking about. So that's what it feels like in your world this week. You can't control other people. You can only do your own part. See if there's a way that you can kind of take over the time management portion of the thing, of the project. Maybe that'll help things, maybe it won't. But either way, it'll help you release some of your frustration. Yes. So it feels so far like a frustrating week in many ways, and like you feel like your hands are tied. So it's a change in perspective that's going to really help you. First of all, to do your creative writing and get out of that mindset, right? Get more into having fun, but also to understand fully that you cannot control anybody else. And so the only part you can control is your own participation in it. So look and see if there's any part of this time management screw up that is, that you could have changed, that you could have done differently. And that way you learn that going forward so that you're not going to do that again, or not easily, not willingly. Right? Okay. All right. So, which one of these angels? This one. Okay. It looks like a new project on the horizon. And this does not feel like related to these first things we've just talked about. This feels different. It feels like a personal thing. The other felt a little more work related, but it could have been anywhere, but it felt a little more work related. But this one feels kind of like personal, and it's something that you've been wanting to do for quite some time, and now you get to really get started on it. Or, okay, some of you have started already, but you're going to make progress on it. And spending time with that project is a lot of fun for you, even though it's also, there's a lot to do, a lot to be done, a lot to think about, to plan for, whatever. But you're up for it. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can handle it. It feels like anticipation, but that you're trying to hold yourself back or something. That it's like you don't want to let yourself get too enthusiastic because you don't want to be disappointed about it later. Be enthusiastic. Put everything you've got into that joyful feeling, because that's what makes us thrive, is that feeling. Stop holding back, because you're just shortchanging yourself, right? So let yourself really jump into it. So what if it ends up, not quite what you anticipated? Whether you show it or you don't show it, you will be like, whether you show your enthusiasm for the project or whether you hold yourself back, your thoughts and feelings about it still are the same. It's only what you're choosing to show to the world that's different, right? So who cares what anybody else thinks? If you're enthusiastic about something, then show it and be it and allow it and laugh about it and be eager and be passionate. Yeah. Yeah. Let it grow. And this is part of nurturing yourself, is how that feels. When you let yourself really sink your teeth into something, what a great feeling, right? Like to be passionate about something, to be interested and involved, and to do all the steps, and even to go, oh my God, I don't like that step, I don't want to do that, but oh man, I have to. Even that, get fully involved in it, and then you can feel that absolute satisfaction when you accomplish it. Because, hey, I didn't want to do that, but look at me, did it. That is amazing. That's all part of nurturing yourself. It's also, eating right, getting lots of water, and, getting the exercise, the movement, all that stuff. If you like massages, go get a massage. All those kinds of things. Look after yourself. Fill your tank so that you don't get depleted. Okay. Okay. And so all this, being very aware of what's going on in your life and how to, deal with your own frustration and all that stuff. leads to the blocks being lifted. When you deal with it, you face it head on, you understand what you can control and what you can't, when you look after yourself, when you feel your own passion, then it removes the blocks. And then by the end of this week, it's like that frustration disappears. There's still challenges, there's still little bits of garbage, because there always is. As soon as there's another person involved, there's things that you wouldn't do the same as them, and they wouldn't do the same as you, right? So, there's always going to be those things. But by the end of this week, your perspective will have shifted, and now you can see your way clear, and things are flowing again, and it's starting to feel better again. So that feels really good. And all that leads to you taking back your power. What is your power? What is your power? It's your ability to see through situations. Most people, yes, many people don't have that ability. And that's maybe a surprise to you, that you are unique in that way, that is a strength of yours, that you can see the whole situation. Like if you play sports, it's like you have the ability to look ahead, and this is a split second thing. You have the ability to look ahead 3 or 4 or 5 different moves and see what would be the best way to do that, which moves would be the best ones to create success for your team. And in the same way, when you're working on a project, whether it's at work or whether it's at home, you can foresee the best steps to take. It's surprising to you that not everyone has that skill. This is kind of like your superpower. And people don't recognize it because they don't have it. It doesn't occur to them that anybody else has it, right? So you taking back your power is your full acknowledgement that you have this super skill, this thing that makes life easier and better. And, gradually the people around you are learning that you have that. But even if they don't, it's okay. You've got your power. You can still do this. And it feels so good. It's like a release. It's like stepping fully into what you know, and understanding that you're special. Okay, so we have here daily guidance cards, one last bit of wisdom. Okay, let go of your past. Yeah, so it feels, sometimes this represents past lives, but I don't think so this time. It doesn't feel like that. It's your past experiences, the things that have created knee-jerk triggers within you, and finding those triggers, the things that you react to right away, those kinds of things. Look at your life so far, your experiences, and see where was that created. And you might be able to find it, you might not. It doesn't really matter in a lot of ways. What you need to be able to do is say, okay, well, that is no longer relevant. It doesn't serve me well anymore. It did probably for quite a while, but it isn't anymore. And so I'm going to stop reacting in that way. I'm going to look at that event or whatever influence from the past, and I'm going to say, okay, thank you, but we're done now. And going forward now, you get to choose a better way of being for you. Okay. All right, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you very much. And I love you. And I'll see you next week.